Hello Commanders and welcome to this video for Infinite Lagrange. We want to talk again about research because it is the most important part in game. It is a part where we can get our new ships. And as you can see, I still have 7 days and 20 hours left on my research agreement. And last time we talked about this, I said, I probably would not go into the last phase anymore. So now two things I want to do. First, I want to show you the 3-in-1 tech file because I got a lot of questions, and the reason also I need one more research point to be able to go and show you some more stuff later in that video. We want to take a look into Null Pointer's research agreement documents that helps us to decide which filters to use. So as you can see, I got now here three black market tech files in one, and I got very lucky. I got 2 blueprints. The Stingray is pretty nice. I was still missing that. I'm happy to get it. The Mare Tranquillitatis is not so good. But why do I want to show it? You have this auto research button. There is not really a chance that you get higher chances to get blueprints, so that I got 2 here is just pure luck. I don't want to get tech points on the Mare, so I will take the research points here. They are more valuable for me. I can now select for all of the tech points where I want to put them in, what I want to research. And that is great. It's one of my most favorite parts of the 3-in-1 box, because after this you are done. You get everything that's available directly, and as soon as it goes through the different research points, you will be able to collect the other parts. So before we go and take a look into the research agreement, the more important part, let's take a look into the file from Null Pointer. And there now it's important, we have to call out a few people. The original file was created by 660NE. He used the data from Jinx 2011, and Null Pointer together with Drill made this really great file out of it. I already showed you the previous file, but this one is much better because they managed to get the probability of each of the blueprints that are in one pack. So if I would choose Antonius with outstanding firepower and have the third thing empty, I do have, let's say here, a 9.3% chance to get the Nebula Chaser B, which is the Pulse version, an amazing Corvette, but only a 9.3% chance to get it. You can see here someone is playing around with it right now. So if you want to use it, I would recommend you create your own copy. I did this already, and as you can see, I also try out different filters here. And you can choose on the lower part here, so in the calculator on this part, you can choose what ship you are interested in. Let's say you want to get a VT800 because it's an amazing Corvette too. Then you have to select the Dawn Accord, so you go up here, you select Dawn Accord, then you have 3 options: outstanding firepower, strategy and support, and fighter and Corvette. But the last option for sure is direct fire. So and now you can see how the chances change. So for the setting with outstanding firepower, we do have a 20% chance to get the T800, 40% for the CAS 066B, and 40% for the KCCPV B version. While the T800 is great, I would not really want to get the other 2 ships. The CAS is a good ship, but I already have better blueprints, and there would be an 80% chance that I don't get what I want. But we already know we can also try strategy and support. So if we change our second filter to strategy and support, we will see that we only have an 8.3% chance to get our T800, and there are even now FG300. That's a filter you very likely don't want to use if you don't say, I need a specific, only this ship and it's only available here. Our last option was to go for fighter and corvettes in the second filter. So let's do this. And we have a 14% chance. But at least here we could also get the M011, which is a good corvette. So together there would be a little bit better chance of 42% to get at least a good blueprint. The other twos I would not be so happy with. And that brings me to some filters I am looking forward to use, and let's share my screen here with you. So the first filter I really like is to set up Noma, outstanding firepower and direct fire weapons. You have the chance to get an Aldabra A or B. You get the chance for Chimera A or B, Ruby A or B, Spear, Taurus A or B. All these ships are amazingly good ships. So whatever you get from this setup, it will be really, really good to have it. A second option would be, so here we had Noma, outstanding and direct. And now this is Noma, sustained combat and direct fire. You have again the chances to get the Aldabra, the Chimera, now all three versions. We have now the chance to get the Spear, and we have all three versions of the Taurus. Again, there is no bad ship inside this. We lost the rubies, therefore we got the additional Chimera version and the additional Taurus version. No matter which ship you will get, it will be beneficial for your account if you're an early game player and you don't have any of these yet. So the filters I go through here, they are for players who really still need ships. If you're already late in game and you only need one specific ship and you need to hunt this might not be for you, these filters, but for every casual gamer and new players, these are amazing filters because there's no single bad option. Every ship you can get here is amazing and great. Another option would be to go for Noma, and then strategy and support and direct fire weapons. This way you will have either a Centric, a 66% chance, which is the best fighter, or yeah, I think it's still the best fighter to take out enemy AA, or the Taurus C, which is also a great destroyer. I already have the Centric, so I would like to get the Taurus, but a double on the Centric would not be so good for me, and that's a point. If you already have some of these ships, you have to consider if it still makes sense for you. If you use Noma, strategy, and leave the last one empty, we are getting into a scenario that is still interesting. You get the light cone, which is not bad. There is an option for two Noma versions, the B and the C version. The B version is the healing version, so that is very interesting. The Red Beast is a good corvette. It's not the best, but it's good. The Centric, as said, top tier for killing enemy fighters and corvettes. The Solar Veil is a carrier, so if you don't have one yet, we don't need to talk much about fighters or corvettes, because you will need some very good carrier options. There are also destroyer options or cruiser options that can carry, but especially if you get the additional modules for the carriers, they will get very, very strong. Then we do have the chance to get the Taurus C, Tundra A and B, so there's also another healing ship, and the Xeno B. While this is not the ultimo best option, this is something you can get quickly because you don't need a third filter, and beside maybe the non-healing Noma, I would say you still get very solid ships out of that. The last one, I think it's the last one, no, two more. Another one with just two filters would be to use Noma and outstanding firepower. Before we were using Noma and strategy. So you see Noma has some very, very strong ships. Noma and outstanding firepower gives you Aldabras, the Bullfrog, Chimeras, again the light cone. Unfortunately, it's a siege version here of the Noma, so not the healing version. You get the chance to get both the ruby versions, the spear, Taurus and Xenon Stinger. So the worst case would be a 13% chance to get the Noma. The second worst, in my opinion, would be the light cone, which is still a good ship. So I think still a solid filter setup. Last one I wanted to mention here is Antonio's outstanding firepower and direct weapons. Why this? Because you can get the Constantine, which is, in my opinion, the best battle cruiser you can get. The Guardian Sea, a very interesting blueprint, because the Guardian Sea is energy type weapon. The Nebula Chaser A and B, the A version is, let's say, okay, but the B version is top tier, it's S tier. It's an energy Nebula Chaser, one of the best corvettes in the game. And the Vitas B010 fighter, which is also very strong. So also here, the worst case, you would get the Nebula Chaser A with a 31% chance. Yes, that is a little bit high, but still all the other ships are very, very solid. And if you're an early game player, you might even want to get the Nebula A because you need it to be able to use the Nebula Chaser B. So that much to the filters I really like and enjoy in game. So let's go back to the game and see what we can do here. When I did the first video about the personal research agreement, I said, damn, I should not have done the last filter. But when I was thinking about it and playing a little bit longer, it took me pretty long to get another 25 research points. So let's be honest, if I only do 2 filters, yes, I do get a blueprint faster, which might be good for very early game players. Unfortunately for now it looks like we first have to finish one research so we can start the second one. I was hoping that when I get 25 research points I will get an option to start the next one here. So yeah, if anyone knows a trick how to start the other ones, I don't honestly think it is possible right now, but if you know anything, let me know. If not, I hope you enjoyed the video about the filters. Big thanks to all the people that were working on that document and sharing it. And yeah, then as always, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video again.